Education has become a basic necessity in spite of one's region, culture, background, or country. Everyone earns the right to study and acquire requisite knowledge. Despite the fact that being educated is not only the way to succeed in life, as suggested by comprehensive designers like Bill Gates, we can't outrun the common need for a proper education to lead a peaceful life. Having millions of students exposed to formal education, the greatest question arises on the methods to study. Before we move on to the video, please note that your support is highly essential to our growth, so like, share and comment on our video. In the meantime, do not forget to subscribe our channel and ring the notification bell so that you will not miss any of our upcoming videos. Attending lessons at school and tuition classes are the most basic mediums through which students learn. Some of us may even obtain additional guidance from our parents and family members to help us with our studies. Here, we have to be absolutely clear that studying and hearing people teach are totally different things. So, if any of us land the blow on our teachers or tutors for ending up with bad grades in the first place, the only person to be blamed is you. Yes, it all comes back to how well you have studied and how efficiently you have perceived the knowledge given down to you. Many geniuses known to the world hardly received formal education and had teachers. If they could study so well to improve the knowledge and understanding, why can't you? So, let's reveal the truth behind proper studying. Free from myths. In order to get yourself into the right track of studying, first you must free yourself from myths about the methods. There are so many facts around us suggesting the ways to study, but the reason we mention them myths is because they don't apply or work out with everyone, given their circumstances are surely different. For example, it's a popular idea to wake up at 5 in the morning to study and revise. I believe many among us could have tried and failed. Well, that is because most of us would feel sleepy at that time, which leads to lack of concentration. The worst case is when the person feels dizzy and fatigued throughout the rest of the day. Another fact in place is that we can study better when we listen to music. Well, this may be true, but only to a certain extent. Imagine you are listening to rock music with high volume, having your headphones on. You may think you're helping yourself, but you're not. Listening to such music diverts your focus from the subject that you are revising. So, in light, all you would be doing is to read the facts instead of getting them into your conscious brain. Or even if you did, the percentage of facts you can remember will be relatively low. So, once you get your hands clean from all these misguiding tips, you are halfway done in succeeding in studies because you have already managed dispersion of your focus. Identify yourself. So, you want to study and score well, right? Then you must know which sort of learner you are to implement the right method to study. In general, there are 3 types of learners: visual, auditory, and kinesthetic learners. Visual learners are the ones who grab knowledge when they see it physically. Later on, the brain captures the information to be stored in conscious memory. You belong to this group if you recall the words written on whiteboards or reference books whenever you're revising. So, once you know you're a visual learner, you must pay attention very well in classes. Take constant and well-developed notes. All you have to do is to make your notes and books more colorful and attractive. Using a highlighter, sticky notes, all of these are helpful to store knowledge in visual forms. When it comes to an auditory learner, the person uses listening skills as aid in studying. It means they obtain the knowledge mostly from someone else as they define and explain them. This type of learners need to find some time to watch videos or listen to recorded lecture to reflect their understanding. At times of self-studying, reading out aloud when referring to books can be of great assistance in pursuing knowledge. Last but not least, kinesthetic learners are mostly the critical learners. They are good at listening and seeing as the others, but true learning only happens as they think and sometimes apply or experiment the facts that they know. These sort of people, to study better, they have to prepare themselves with a lot of exercise books and ask a lot of cross questions to get a better understanding. Get into studying. Putting up timetables to study is wise to do, but keep in mind that you should be comfortable with what you're doing. Instead of studying all day, which would be exhausting for sure, try to study at the time which you feel the most comfortable with. For example, if you're a morning person, you must study in the morning. In the midst of all these, engage yourself with creative hobbies which stimulate your mind like reading, gaming, sports, or even drawing. This will help you to get into the mood and be active when studying. In the meantime, avoid distractions and boredom. Try not to have any electronic gadgets by your side when you're studying. This will help you to maintain your focus. In case if you feel bored of studying in the middle of your schedule, take a short break. Since it's common to get bored, all you have to do is to find a way to tune yourself again. Apart from that, get enough rest only when you need rest. Just keep in mind, you must be excited whenever you're studying. That means forcing yourself to study even when your eyelids are heavy is definitely futile. Even your brain needs rest and diversion to process knowledge, so give it the time. Meanwhile, avoid sleeping whenever you're not sleepy. This can cause oversleeping, which keeps your mind lazy, especially to think. So if you don't feel sleepy, just continue studying, at least until you're ready to doze off. I hope this video was informative to improve your study methods. Everyone is special and capable of great wonders. All you have to do is to unleash your true potential. Well, good luck studying. Like, share, comment. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Stay tuned with Quantum Vimana.